A culture that nurtures nature. I recently finished my stint with the Youth for India Fellowship, a collaborative program between the SBI Foundation and M.S. Swaminathan Research Foundation. My field location was Korapat, one of the southernmost districts of Odisha. The relationship between the tribal communities, Kondha and Paroja, and the forests of Korapat taught me that culture and nature evolve side by side. I was amazed at watching all of the forest products that they used in their daily lives. When I joined the fellowship, I thought tribal communities were normal rural people who live in small hamlets. Unity amongst individuals in the tribe village was no joke. The way we eat food, sleep, and live our lives in cities is similar to how tribal people have their culture, festivals, gatherings, work, and life. My project was based on the sustainable use of NTFPs, non timber forest producers, and along the way, I discovered three unique NTFPs and their uses by tribal hamlets that have never been documented in this area before. Honey for households. The concept of a kitchen garden in the house is familiar to city dwellers, but a small beehive that produces enough honey for a household was a new concept to me. The villagers in Korapat made the hive structure from dried bottle gourd and black clay that was available at the riverside. This type of oval shaped hive could be seen hanging outside the houses in the village. It had only one opening at the top. Bees use the same hole to enter or exit the hive. This type of honey production is totally sustainable and mutual between people and honeybees, as the bees get a substrate or base to build their comb and the people get honey in return. The bee species here is an Indian stingless bee, which is a very small bee. It usually collects nectar from jackfruit trees, cocoa palm trees, and other medicinal plants that naturally grow in the area. According to the locals, this honey tastes a little sour and sweet at the same time. However, studies show that this type of honey has the highest amount of flavonoids and flavanol in it, according to the Journal of Medicinal Herb and Ethnomedicine. The relationship that tribal communities have with these bees is an excellent example of sustainable use of nature without any harm. Not an Asian paint. Here is one more way to use natural resources sustainably to make life colorful. Asian paints is a never heard of in this part of Odisha, as locals have their own way of painting their houses. It is their age-old tradition. Villages in Korapat make paint from natural ingredients that are available in the nearby forests. The ingredients vary according to the hamlet and tribe. However, common colors used to paint walls are black, white, cream, and red. The black color is usually made from Terminalia bellarica fruit, burned mango bark, and water. Boil these items for an hour and then keep the mixture aside for a night to cool. The next day, villagers use this black color to paint the walls and floors of their homes. White paint can be made from the white soil that is available by the river or stream. Brown and grey colors are made by changing the water quantity in the mixture of white and black colors respectively. Red paint is made from Bixa orellana seeds, locally known as Jafra, and it is used to produce brown shades to make designs on the walls. The local tribes use red colors to paint their Devi or goddess idols, which is carved from a huge stone. The whole process of making these colors is sustainable and traditional. The women play an important role in the process, from collecting essential material from the nearby forest, to making the paints, to applying it on the walls of their homes. Beautiful bamboo. The eastern Ghats of Odisha have teak and mixed deciduous forests. Bamboos are a major component of this landscape. Tribal people have given a special place to bamboo in their daily lives. Bamboo utensils are common in tribal households. These utensils are used to store grain, carry food items, and dry collected forest produce in the summer. A takala is a fine square structure with a curved edge that is used to dry finger millets and rice, while a tippani is used to store small amounts of rice or other grains. A kula is a typical bamboo vessel that separates seeds from their outer covers. Another vessel, called a kalki, is used to hold huge amounts of rice for up to 3 to 5 years. Each household uses a different size kalki depending on the amount of rice they want to store. Using handmade bamboo vessels in their households is a traditional practice in these communities. They learned to make these vessels from their ancestors, and this tradition continues even today. The aforementioned forest products stay for a very long time after being made and do not harm the environment. Other seasonal NTFPs that are used by tribal people have fixed collection areas and collection time frames that are decided by the tribal chief and healers. These traditions were designed in a way that does not harm nature but instead nurtures it. Here's another fun fact for you. The Paroja tribe has a gurmai, a lady who has been chosen to serve as the forest goddess's mouth. Vanadevi is the forest goddess, worshipped in every hamlet. These traditions have nurtured nature for ages in Korapat. Local tribes developed these traditions over many years and still practice them today. I hope these tribes keep protecting their beautiful traditions through the years so that the forests stay protected for centuries to come.